Hello humans, I'm the Alien Doctor, but you can call me Alien, and welcome back to another episode of Pinacraft Season 3. Where's the FOV changer? One moment, please. As I was saying, hello humans, I'm the Alien Doctor, but you can call me Alien, and welcome back to another episode of Pinacraft Season 3. We are on episode 27, and it feels like only yesterday that the season started, which is slightly ironic because in a couple of days' time, it will actually be over a year that this season has started. In fact, let me just check the calendar. So this season officially started on the 11th of December 2021. It is, of course, today, the 7th of December 2022, and this video will most likely go up on the 14th. By the time you're watching this video, it will be over a year of this very Pinecraft season, which is very, very exciting. So yeah, that's just a cool little fact for you if you're interested, but that's not what we're going to be doing today, because today we are going to be continuing on with this place, the food shop. So in the previous episode, we built a raid farm that we can use to trade for golden carrots or get emeralds to trade for golden carrots and also bread. But we still have no way to stock steak or cooked beef, as it's called on Bedrock Edition. So in today's episode, we need to go ahead and try fixing the lack of cooked steak or beef, as it's called on Bedrock Edition. So today's episode, I think it's a good idea that we go ahead and build ourselves a passive mob farm. So let's go ahead and take a look at how passive mob farms work. So if we cast our minds back to Pinecraft Season 2, which is where we are now, then you may remember me and Toad built this mushroom farm. Now, effectively, mushroom farms use the same mechanics as passive mob farms. So in theory, we could just take this entire farm and rebuild it in a plains biome on Season 3, and we'd have a passive mob farm. However, there are a couple of issues with this farm. So this season, to avoid those issues, I kind of want to do the farm ever so slightly different. However, one thing that is going to be the same is the spawning platforms. As you can see here, we have this sort of meat waffle shape, as I've heard it be described before, where basically the mob will spawn and then they'll pathfind into the hole and down to their doom. So over here on my actual creative testing world, my first iteration of this farm was something like this. You can see we have the torches to stop hostile mobs from spawning, and we still have the same meat waffle design using sea coral and of course just grass instead of mycelium. However, this actually is very unnecessary and mostly won't even work. Now this is a little bit easier to demonstrate if I just fly away a little bit, but if we do eventually get any mobs spawning, we should see that they only actually spawn on the top layer. This is due to the fact that on Bedrock Edition, passive mobs are surface spawns, obviously. They don't spawn in caves. So this would count as a cave spawn because there's a block above it. So we actually only need one spawning layer. So I think what we need to do is obviously remove all of these extra spawning layers because they are adding absolutely no use to the farm at all. And then I guess we'll just have to extend out this spawning platform a little bit. I guess we can just add another bit of water. And of course, all of this water will just funnel down into a trident killer. And not too long later, we now have a much bigger spawning platform. Although I have just realized I've forgotten to add in the sea coral fans. And just like that, the spawning platform has been extended with all of the sea coral fans that it needs now. And we've already had some mobs actually spawning off and falling into the kill chamber, where they then died of fall damage because the kill chamber still does not have any floor, as you can see right here. However, the important part is this farm is fully working, and because part of this is actually in an ocean biome, we are getting squid spawning, but that won't happen in the actual world or anything. That's just because part of this was in an ocean biome. But yeah, we can see that this is working. Now, the one thing which I totally forgot to check, which could cause us some issues, is the spawning radius. So I should probably go ahead and use Foxy's markers pack to just check if we are definitely in the spawn radius. And yeah, we are. So as you can see here, the spawning platform is perfectly in the red sphere. In fact, we could even go out further if we wanted to, but this is probably good enough. Now, before we go ahead and build that farm, and yes, my skin just kind of doesn't exist right now. I guess we'll go back to Alien temporarily. Before we go ahead and build the farm, I just spoke to Toad, and me and Toad made a little bit of a business deal type of thing. So I'm going to show you that, and then we will get to building this farm.
Okay. You have sticks. I have diamonds. Give me your sticks. This is not a robbery.
That was an entrance. I just hit your totem. Well, I do have many sticks. If you want to look in this row.
Oh my! Wait. What? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be needing some of these. Ooh.
How
Name your
much?
price.
Ooh, wow. Enchanted golden.
You see
Oh,
a
dragon egg.
Pocket change.
There's a lot
The
of
reason
stuff
I
in
didn't
here.
steal this. Yeah, I have the dragon egg.
Wow. It lagged. Where'd it go? Okay.
If it happens again, you could die from lag, so I'd be careful.
Okay, right. You're gonna probably want a lot of sticks because you need it for villager training,
yes.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm thinking is we do some sort of like one-time deal type thing, especially because it's not like the season's going to be going on for too much longer anyway, where you can pay me once and you can just come here and take all the sticks that you need.
Bet.
And everything else I'm selling in the shop if you happen to need that. Ironically, the only thing I'm not selling is sticks because I thought nobody would ever need it, but that's fine. So, how much, what's your starting price?
Okay.
I want to see how much you're going to go up.
How about this, okay? You could save me a little bit of effort and maybe throw in all of the spruce logs, or at least a stack. If you throw in the stack of spruce logs, I'll pay you... You know what? I'll just give you 9 diamonds. A whole block.
Plus 1 enchanted golden pineapple.
No, those aren't for sale.
Yeah, but you can buy it back afterwards. I just need it to sell. Although I am kind of selling them for a stack of diamond blocks.
Oh, yeah. I could afford a third of one then.
Wait, how much
2
did you
diamond
say?
blocks.
2
diamond blocks.
Because, yeah, okay, fine. Because the season isn't going to last that long after now, I think that's fair. So, okay, two diamond blocks for all the sticks you want, seeing as I have no use for them, plus the logs.
Okay.
Yeah, now you can steal my sticks.
This is going to take forever to pick them all up. I think I just got robbed, honestly.
What do you mean?
2 diamond blocks?
All my sticks. I might need these for something.
You have infinite.
No.
Okay. I should not have gone up that high. But then again, I'm too lazy to get my own. It's not worth it.
I don't know what you're on about. I clearly have a shortage of sticks. Just, yeah, always having to go out mining for wood. Oh, yeah, can never find any sticks anywhere.
Oh my gosh. This is making the picking up a lot easier, though.
So anyway, now back to the farm. This is the sort of general area that we're going to build it inside of this plains biome right here. It is super near to the industrial district that's just over there, so it means we aren't going to have to fly far, get from here to there, or vice versa. And I've already checked this is a plains biome. It should be big enough for what we're going to do. I'm going to time-lapse this, hopefully. Hopefully I remember to press start recording this time, so I'm going to go and do that now. So, 1 time lapse later, and like the last episode, I was the big silly and forgot to hit start recording for parts of the time lapse. So you will have seen some of the time lapse and some of it not so much because I forgot to hit start recording. But anyway, enough about that. We have a problem. So AlienBot is right there, as you can see, although he is of course invisible because he is AFK. So the issue is to do with the horses and donkeys that are of course spawning in here. You see, this trident killer design doesn't really work for them. As you can see, they just stand on top of the tridents, which means we need a completely new trident killer design. And this led me to some quite interesting findings, or at least I found them quite interesting. So back here in my creative testing world, I was messing around with trident killer designs when I discovered a quite interesting discovery. And that is that carpet-based trident killers are actually back in the game now. So if we spawn in an adult horse and turn on this machine, you can see here that these guys get killed pretty much instantly using one of these carpet trident killers. And the reason this is quite an interesting find is because I can actually remember when these were removed from the game. These used to be the main trident killers that people would use, and then they got broken and you couldn't use them anymore, and people started using the other type of trident killers that, well, I originally had on this farm. And not too long later, we now have the carpet-based trident killer all fully built up. You can see there we have those tridents. They just have mending on. There's some old ones that I think I bought from somebody. They just have mending on it. We also have this door back here so that we can easily access the tridents as well when we need to pick them up. And likewise, these trapdoors as well, so that we can throw in the tridents. So AlienBot is currently just AFK right there. As you can see, he is, of course, invisible because he's in camera mode. But he's just going to go ahead and AFK and hold that looting 3 sword so that we can get many drops. And you could also see in here are some of the drops we've gotten already, including a whole lot of raw beef, which I'm actually going to take with me so that we can, of course, sell it in our shop, seeing as that's the original reason we made this farm. But you can also see we're getting all sorts of other types of food sources as well. And we've even had a pink sheep spawn in here, which is quite rare, of course. But overall, I would consider this farm a great success. So let's fly back to the base and, well, smelt down all this raw beef. On second thoughts, I'm going to go ahead and actually grab all of the meat that we have gotten, or at least as much of it as we can carry, because I might as well smelt all of it down anyway, even if we're not going to sell it, because who knows, maybe I'll find a use for it somewhere. So there we go, that's all the meat, and actually let's just empty my pockets a little bit more so I can carry even more. And there we go. So let's go ahead and smelt down all of this various different raw meat. So here we are. We just got to put all of this in here. And of course, we're going to start off with the raw beef because that is the main thing we want out of this farm first. So I'll put all of that in there and wait for it all to filter down. And actually, I think it's a better idea if we just manually put this in the chests, because I can't be bothered to wait for ages for all of it to filter down. We probably should install some sort of ladder system so that we can easily get down into the system, because we seem to do this quite a lot now where we're manually putting items in here. But whatever, it's fine. Okay, there we go. So we have half of it in here and the other half in here. Now let's head back upstairs and flick on the super smelter. And I'm pretty sure we should have enough fuel left in here from some previous smelting jobs. That fuel shouldn't be an issue. And whilst that's melting down, I'm going to go ahead and craft some ladders. So after all that, we now have all of this cooked food that we can, of course, either sell or just use for ourselves. And I'm actually going to put some of it back in there because I don't have enough inventory space to carry all of it. However, there's one other thing that I did whilst I was waiting, or two in fact. So the first one is this, which is just a simple ladder system so that we can access the downstairs for the super smelter. And the other thing is actually over here. And basically, I just got rid of the glass, although I still haven't done these bits yet, and replaced them with trapdoors instead, because in my opinion, I think they look nicer and fit the theme of the build much better. I'm going to need to finish adding those trapdoors in a little bit. The good news is that I'll have to come back here very soon to continue smelting down all of the meat, so I'll just do it then. In the meantime, I also had to leave for a little bit, so AlienBot has been AFK for 40 minutes, as you can see there. So I'm hoping that we're going to have many uncooked food and mob drops and stuff and things. So over here at the lovely food shop now, we can finally stock the cooked beef, or steak as it's called on this version, which is of course Bedrock Edition, into this chest, and we'll just organize it to make it look nice. One moment. And there we go. We now have cooked beef stocked, some bread stocked, which we are certainly going to need to do more trading for this. Some golden carrots, and oh my goodness, we've actually already sold golden carrots. Was not expecting that one. And golden apples, which have not been sold yet. So we can actually take off the coming soon sign from that as well. And I think it's probably a fair idea to remove the coming soon sign from that bit and add a new sign that just says Aliens Food Shop. There we go. So now, of course, we need to stock more golden apples, but more importantly, the only thing that we need to do is get some enchanted golden pineapples, which is going to require us to go on a little bit of an adventure. The good news is, I think I know exactly how we can go ahead and get these. So heading over here to a program called Visual Studio Code, I have loaded up all of the loot tables for Minecraft Bedrock Edition structure chests. So these are all the treasure chests that exist in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So you can see here, for example, we have the shipwreck, which will contain all the different items a loot chest in a shipwreck could possibly contain. Now, inside Visual Studio Code, there's a nice feature called Search, and this will search through all of these files to find one single value. So what we need is a golden apple. And now it's coming up with all the different places the golden apple can spawn. I'm going to go ahead and look through these files and try and figure out what the chances are. So you can see here, inside of a mine shaft, the weight is 20. whereas inside of an ancient city, the weight is 1. And after looking through all these, the highest chance that they will spawn is actually in a woodland mansion, which have a weight of 75. This is most likely because woodland mansions do not generate that often. Now, in terms of other ones that it generates quite a lot on, it also generates in mine shafts with the weight of 20, and desert pyramids, which have also got a weight of 20. So overall, the 3 most likely structures to contain a golden apple is the mine shaft, desert pyramid, and mansion. So what we can then do is head over to Pinacraft.com, click on Season 3, and copy the seed number of Season 3 into a website called Chunkbase. We can then make sure we're on Bedrock 1.19, which we are, and select it to only show the mine shafts, desert temples, and mansions. If we then put in our spawn coordinates, which is that, so this is where spawn is, we can now see all of the various different places that we have a high chance of getting golden apples from. Now, as you can see, it is mostly mine shafts. However, mine shafts are quite big, so I'd have to spend quite a while looking through mine shafts to actually find any golden apples. So we're gonna not use that option. I think it's best if we mainly stick to raiding desert temples and mansions. Now you may be saying to your screen,
"But Alien, any of the other Pinecraft members watching this video will know where you are."
Well, that is true right now, but I have actually been working on a resource pack, which is currently under beta release to my patrons, that allows you to toggle coordinates. So I can just play with coordinates off for all the recordings, and none of the other members will know where to get enchanted golden pineapples. So yeah, sorry other members. Now I think it's a good time to go on an adventure to get some golden pineapples. What could go wrong? And there we go, we're coming up on the mansion. Now, it has been a while since I've looted one of these mansions, and I can barely remember how you're actually meant to loot them. Let's break through this guy's face, which is a sentence I never thought I would be saying. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, they do so much damage. I don't have a totem on me, I just realized. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fly through the hole. Okay. We're just going to take a moment here to pull out ourselves a couple of totems. just a couple, because that was way too close. Okay. We're also going to take out this opportunity to pull out ourselves the sword. It also doesn't help that Toad Gamer broke my helmet on today's live stream. Or yesterday's live stream. Okay, literally just one hit me or my totem. Wow, thanks. You know what? Do I have a spare helmet? Because I feel like that could be something good to wear. Well, it's not an enchanted helmet, but it's better than nothing. So let's put it on and we'll have a little bit of health back. You know what? Maybe we should also just get out our chest. Oh, it's almost dead. Oh, we have a spare one. This is good news. I'm now fully suited up and ready-ish to continue on the looting. So if I am remembering correctly, I'm pretty sure there are chests that generate in the top floor and the top floor only. But yeah, I just totally cannot remember how you're meant to loot these things at all. Also, why do Vindicators hit so hard? I am literally wearing nearly full netherite right now, most of which has protection 4, and I'm still like almost dying. Good news is I'm getting totems back. Well, I've broken through all of the different rooms on the top floor and there's certainly nothing. So let's just head down here and see if we can spot anything. I know chests normally generate in the tops of stuff, but I don't know if those are the chests that contain golden pineapples or not. I'm pretty sure there are chests in here normally. Okay, I just saw how low my health was. Now is a good time to retreat. And our first loot chest of this mansion contains a music disc, which I'm pretty sure I already have, and a diamond hoe, which I might as well take because why not? But more importantly, it does not contain any loot, but there's another arena right here. Excellent news. And this one also contains a chest, once again with nothing useful in it. So taking a look at this, it seems like for the most part, the sort of rooms will generate around the outside. So what I'm thinking is we go over here to one of the corners, which is what this is, and after killing all the mobs, of course, we then simply mine through each room, and that way we can guarantee that we have definitely looted each room because there'll be a alien-sized hole in it. Now, the only bit when it gets a little bit weird is when it sort of loops around like this. So it's just occurred to me that I've made 2 derps. Number 1, I forgot to record part of that mansion raiding thing, and number 2, I was looking for Minecraft Golden Apple, not Minecraft Enchanted Apple, which is, of course, this entry right here. which would make sense because these odds are, well, way less. So what we need to do is copy this and search through all the places that these can spawn. And as you can see here, there are way less places that these can spawn. Now, luckily, though, the mineshaft, woodland mansion, and pyramids or desert temples are all places that they can still spawn. So if I hadn't have checked that, I would have still been going to the right place. So it turns out the best place to find enchanted golden apples is at Woodland Mansion, followed by a dungeon, which is tied with a desert pyramid, and then the mineshaft and the ruin portal are the worst places to find them. So we're just going to continue on our adventure of looking in Woodland Mansions and looking in desert pyramids. Good job I checked that. So I would say it's safe to say we've pretty much raided the majority of that woodland mansion now and not found anything. So we're going to continue on our journey of finding a desert temple now, which are much smaller and easier to loot. So in theory, I can find more of them, meaning in theory, I should be able to find more enchanted golden pineapples. Well, I'm pretty sure this world generation is not quite right. So we have just made it to the desert, and somehow some mangrove swamp has literally generated inside of the desert. Not only has it generated inside of the desert, and when I say inside, I mean like literally surrounded by desert, but it's also generated on these like desert hill cliff type things, which a village has also generated on. And not too far away, I can see the first desert temple right next to a desert village, which is also next to an outpost, which we'll take a look at later because it also looks a little bit glitchy. Anyway, we should just be able to mine pretty much straight down, and of course avoiding that. And let's see, we have some emeralds, which I'll take. I don't need a smite 3, but I'll take that. A normal golden apple, another normal golden apple, and nothing useful in there. Oh dear. The other thing I'll take is the TNT, because we can of course use this in the ancient debris tunnel bore. We're also going to need to repair our elytra. Luckily, I have spare elytras with me. Now, the other thing I want to check out is over here, and it's, yeah, this incredibly glitched out pillager outpost. Now, I am fully aware that these things normally do not have enchanted pineapples in, but I still want to see if they have a goat horn, which they do not, although it does have some iron, which I'll happily take, and a banner guy, which I don't want bad omens, so I'll just fly away from. And here we have Desert Temple number 2, Electric Boogaloo. So let's grab all of the TNT from this. And let's see. Do we have any? Yes, let's go. Enchanted golden apple or enchanted golden pineapple. Two enchanted pineapples. That's amazing. That's great. Okay, good news. I need to make a note of these coordinates. Oh, okay. Well, I cannot open chat because it tells you the coordinates. I will have to blur that in the video. That's great. And we have a normal one as well, which I can sell. Okay, I like this place a lot. And here's the next one, although admittedly I almost missed it because it is buried. Let's see, what goodies do you have for me today? Nope. Yes, okay, excellent. I'll write down the coordinates of that, and no again. Okay. Well, at least we're getting some loot from these, right? Like, to be fair, we're getting a little bit of iron and gold and normal golden apples and TNT, which is actually really useful. Maybe I should start getting the sand so I can craft more TNT for the tunnel bore. Oh well. Anyway, I'll write down the coordinates of this and then we'll continue our epic journey. Yes, mini epic. Well, I've just found a desert well right there and a desert well right here. And I've just noticed there's some sandstone here. Oh, that's a cave. I thought I just found a third one. Either way, these two are like really rare structures and I've just found two right next to each other, which I find quite funny. And there's also a ruined portal over here, which just has some normal golden apples in. Thank you very much. It's weird. These keep spawning in water surrounded by desert. It's slightly strange. I'm noticing a common recurring theme here. Anyway. And we have another temple. Unfortunately, I've already checked the chests of this one. And I say unfortunately because it is unfortunate news. Can I fly out of here, please? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Jeez. I'm pretty sure I stood on the pressure plate. Yeah, I did. That could have had a totem. Well, now I've got to teleport to this one to check if it has a totem in a creative copy. Because not. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I just did that. Well, yeah, anyway, I've got to teleport to this one on a creative copy now because I cannot live with the fact that I may have possibly have just blown up another golden enchanted pineapple. Jeez, one moment, please. Copy coordinates, exit world, Pinacraft 3. And here we are on a creative copy of Pinacraft, where I am trapped in a hole by the looks of things. Okay, there's the TNT. So let's see. Was there a golden pineapple in this one? If there is and I've just blown it up, I'm going to be so disappointed. No, there was a normal one, but not a golden one. Okay, phew. Continue on with the adventure. There's another one. Unless I've looted this one. I don't know. I didn't actually check. I have not looted this one. This is excellent news. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Do you have anything for me? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. It's Red Outpost time. Give me the horn. You have a horn. Blow the horn. Fly away. And that is what you call professional pillager outpost looting. And very soon, jungle temple, desert temple looting is what I meant to say. I'm professional with the words and with the lootings. Yes, many lootings. I will blow my horn that I can no longer hear because I've gone too far away from it somehow, whilst I loot the temple. We have our third desert well of the day. Oh, and our fourth. How are they generating so close to each other? They're meant to be like really rare and they're just out here just literally generating right next to each other. That's fine. Anyway, this will probably be our last one now because I have searched through quite a lot. Basically all the ones that are near each other in this desert. I could go back because the desert sort of like is an L sort of shape. So I could go to like the bottom of the L. But I think I'm just going to head home now. It's much easier. Now, conveniently, we've already found the first thing that I need to head home, which is a little bit of obsidian. I think I'm just going to try and relight a portal and use that to get home. Excellent. There's even a fire charge in here. Now, do we have enough obsidian? If we do a little bit of jiggery-pokery with the obsidian we do have and reposition it a little bit, I think we can just about relight this portal. Okay, this is good news. We can relight the portal. And then we use the fire charge. Wonderful. And I didn't actually check the chest, but there's nothing good in there. And there's no gold blocks or other loot chests. All right, well, I guess that's the end of the journey or the adventure. Now it's time to go home. And if I'm being completely honest, I have no idea. Really, the easiest way to get home is, I'm guessing it's just going to be to try and fly to 0, 0. Although, honestly, I don't know why I'm trying to hide my coordinates so much, because literally any of the Pinacraft members could go on Chunk Base if they wanted to. And ooh, you know what? Should we raid a bastion? I feel like we should raid a bastion. Should we? Yeah, let's go raid a bastion. Why not? Of course, before we do that, it's probably an excellent idea to get out a chest plate. And let's get out the one that isn't about to die. And some new elytra as well. And also some more totems. That would probably be an excellent idea. I do not have a bow, which would make this entire thing much easier. I guess I could put on some gold, but the brutes could still attack me anyway. So it's probably not going to help that much in the long run to put on some gold. The good news is that I should just be able to jump down and knock off most of these guys, because Bastion Remnants and Piglins are pretty stupid. And I see some chests and some brutes, which are just going to burn to death with my sword. And wow, those guys do hit for quite a lot, to be fair. Let's see. Nothing in here useful. We don't really need the bone blocks either. An iron block, I'll take it, and I'll take that as well. Ooh, golden pineapples, or carrots even. Can't even speak anymore. That's pretty cool. We'll take that. I don't know what the best way to loot these is either. Maybe I'll just fly up to the top. That was pretty much the top, isn't it? Aha, this looks like a big room full of big things. Oh, honestly, that was rather disappointing. I was expecting this room to be much bigger. What? Is there like a downstairs bit or something? I feel like this is really... How am I on fire? Oh, you shot me through the lava. Okay, hello there. Hello. Could do with some blocks right now. Not an iron block, not an iron block. I am having some hard times actually finding any other loot chests in this place, honestly. There's certainly plenty of piglins, but really not a lot of loot chests that I can find. Oh, hang on a minute. That's a lot of gold. I will take the gold. Happily take the gold. Is that it? Really? Surely there's some more in here. There's this lavary room. I know there's like, normally these things have almost cave-like things underneath them, but I don't know. They feel like a bit of a pain to loot. So I'm not going to go in there. You know what? Let's just continue flying home. It's fine. Whatever. I don't even think bastions could have enchanted pineapples in anyway. It's fine. It's fine. Adventure is officially over. once again, I can't fly through here. Oh dear. Adventure is not quite over because I am now trapped in a hole somewhere. This is not good news. Now, one thing that makes this so much easier is my no nether fog resource pack, which removes nether fog, or at least makes it scale with your render distance. Not to self-promo every second, but you can of course download this from TheAlienDoctor.com if you're interested. It makes the nether look so much nicer, and it's also very useful for nether travel like this. And we should very soon be in the nether border. In fact, we are now in the nether border. If I remember correctly, the border for the nether is at 1k, and we're now inside it, which is excellent news. Although I don't think that's ever been an official border, I just don't think anybody's built anything outside of there, so we prune there. I have actually no idea. Anyway, very soon we should start to see something that looks a little bit familiar, because we are very, very nearly at 0, like very, very nearly at 0. Like so nearly that I would have expected something to just pop into distance, and no, the ghast is not wise. Aha, there we go, fortress farm. And fire that was glitchy, and oh my goodness, how did that happen? This game works perfectly. And hello, Fortress Farm, which is unfortunately going to get broken in the latest update. Or the next update, even. And hello, Nether Portal, which I don't know why I'm going through because I need to go over here to the Nether Hub. And back here at the shopping district, we can now finally go ahead and place in our enchanted pineapples, which I left in my ender chest. We only got 3, which is not tons, but it's 3 more than we had before. And at the end of the day, these are 64 diamonds per one. So if we do make any sales, I'm happy with that. And I guess we'll just put that there. There we go. Our enchanted pineapples. We can finally remove the coming soon sign, and this shop is officially fully stocked. So now I can go ahead and announce this on the Discord, because believe it or not, I haven't actually said that this shop is open on the Discord yet, even though we already had some sales. So I can go and do that. I can also add all those, and we're so close to a stack. This is the only thing we really need more of. But anyway, nobody has bought anything since. So let's go ahead now and announce this on the Discord. But that's not exactly episode content, is it? So we're going to leave the episode here today. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you like this type of content, then please do like and subscribe today to join the Alien Empire. If you really like it, consider checking out my Patreon. And thank you to everybody that already has. Names on screen now. I'll see you in the next episode coming very, very soon. Bye.